loan officers, one of the things that you might want to share with your realtors is a simple fact that home prices are cooling and appraisers are starting to take notice. Now, I've seen this with agents where the negotiation is oftentimes just splitting the difference. Just finding common ground. Now, that may sound great, but if you have a highly motivated FHA or high LTV borrower and a seller who thinks that their values are still what they were worth yesterday, that common ground value may be more than what the appraiser thinks the darn house is worth. Now, let's dispel a myth that might help you out here. Fair market value may be the lowest that the seller is willing to take and the most the buyer is willing to pay. That may be, but in real estate, you better be a cash buyer or have a ton of money to put down if that's the value that you're looking for in the market that we're going into. Because in real estate, the appraiser holds the value and the owner of that appraiser is the lender. Now, why do I say this? Well, because the lender who is giving the money in this transaction is concerned about the value of the collateral against that money, and the lenders don't trust contracts. They trust appraisers. Cleveland-based Corporate Settlement Solutions, or CSS, released an analysis this last Thursday that highlights a growing gap between appraised home values and the sales price. Across the 19 East Coast and Midwest states in which CSS operates, appraisals were higher than the sales price in 57% of the transactions during the second half of 2024. That number is going to get worse. That share was up from 53% in the second half of 2023 and 51% in the first half of 2024. Properties are deemed, my friends, overappraised if the appraised value is $2,500 or more than the sales price. Conversely, they are considered underappraised if the sales price is $2,500 or more than the appraised value. What are they finding? These appraisals aren't working. In other words, appraisers are starting to pull back on their value and our contracts need to reflect that. Make no bones about the market that we're in right now. It's primed for a correction. Get this, just look at our rate trajectory. Check out this graph. In the last 4 months, rates have steadily risen back to highly restrictive levels. The U.S. economy is even healthier than expected, and investors think President Trump is going to usher in an even stronger growth and potentially higher inflationary market. That means higher, not lower rates in the future. Listen up and check out this graph on the existing home price index. Homers are already reluctant to move, so it stands to reason that they're going to hold out for higher prices. Properties already on the market should sell for about 3% more than they did last year, and that's below last year's rate and the expected figure of 2026. So yeah, sellers are holding on to prices that are not there, and that can just spell appraisal problems for you and your transactions. So talk to your agents and encourage them to not leave any value on the table. It's not a common ground price, it's the best price that you can get for your buyer, and maybe that means looking at different homes. After all, as we know, there's more of them now than there were yesterday to choose from. I hope this helps. Hey guys, Carl and Steve from the Marketing Animals, they're kicking off another round of their limited action bootcamp. It's going to be the newest and most popular coaching program. Listen guys, this ain't for everybody. You got to be on your game right now if you want to do better. I mean, accountability, consistency, and outreach strategies. Listen, if you are ready to commit and you are open to coaching and accountability, listen, let's get this thing going. Fill out the information down below. 2025 is going to need it.